Hello guys, welcome to my channel once more. My name is Banaken Guillaume, as you all know. So today I want us to look at something different. And what we are going to be doing today is that we want to clone a website. Then we are going to redirect a victim or somebody into that website. And he is going to put his email and his password in it. Once he puts his email and password on that website, we are going to harvest all those credentials on our Kali Linux using a tool known as the SET Toolkit. Now, what is the SET Toolkit? First of all, let's start with SET, which is S-E-T. S stands for social, E stands for engineering, and T stands for this entire toolkit here. So what therefore is social engineering? Social engineering is the act of deceiving or tricking somebody into carrying out an unintended action. So, what we want to do is that we want to clone a website like maybe Google or a website template like Twitter, and then we are going to direct a victim onto that website, and he is going to put down his email as well as his password. The moment he puts his email and his password, we are going to receive or we are going to harvest that email and password on our Kali Linux using the SET toolkit. So without wasting much time, let us begin. The first thing you do is you go to your terminal and you type sudo SET Toolkit. I am typing sudo because I am not a root user. I am not an administrator like in the case of Windows. So when you type sudo SET Toolkit, you click or you press enter and then it asks for your password. And then I type my default password, which is Kali, and I click enter. Then I wait for some time. Now it brings us a menu. When you look at this menu here, what do you see? The first thing you are seeing is social engineering attack. The second is penetration testing. The third is third-party modules up till the last, which is help. But our point of interest is using the SET toolkit or social engineering. And social engineering is accorded a number one. So we are going to write one here. Remember, I said that social engineering is the act of tricking somebody into carrying out an unintended action. That is why I just took that one there. Now, we have another menu here whereby we have website attack vectors, we have spear phishing, we have infectious media generator, and we have create a payload and a listener. We have so many other options here, but our point of interest is we are interested in creating a fake website template whereby we are going to redirect our victim there. So since the website attack vector is accorded or is given the number 2, we are going to come down here and we are going to write or type 2 and hit enter. Then we go to the next step, which is asking us for Java applet attack method, Metasploit browser exploit method, credential harvester attack method. This is what we want. We want to harvest his credentials. We want that when we redirect him to Google using Google templates, we are going to sit comfortably on our system in Kali Linux using the SET toolkit and harvest his credentials. So credential harvester attack method is given the number 3. So I am going to put 3 here and click enter. Now the next thing is telling us is, do we want to use ready-made web templates, or do we want to clone a site, or we want to do a custom import? What we want to do is we want the system to give us a ready-made maybe Google template or a ready-made Twitter template. So we are going to take one. So if I take one and click enter, it tells me that I should put the IP address. Which IP address are we going to put here? The IP address you are going to put here is your IP address, which you are going to sit comfortably and then you wait for the victim to click or to input his username and password, and you are going to receive or harvest those credentials over here. So we are going to put the password of Kali Linux. If no, sorry, we are going to put the IP address of Kali Linux. Now, if you don't know how to look for the IP address, I am going to help you. You come to a new terminal and you do IP or if config. When you click enter, you get your IP address. Now, our IP address, which is this init address, is 192.168.40.129. So what I'm going to do is I'll simply copy this IP address and then I take it down, or I go to my SET Toolkit where I was working and I put it there. So I am going to paste that IP address here and then I am going to hit enter. When I hit enter, it takes me to another system or to another menu. Now, the set toolkit is asking me, do I want to use Java or do I want to use a ready-made Google template or Twitter? So in our case, let us choose Google. So I am going to put 2 here and take enter. Now, guys, we are done. Our set toolkit is already listening. It is already waiting for the attacker to put his information on that website, and then we are going to harvest that website comfortably using the set toolkit. So what do I do to prove this? Now, it is telling us that credential harvester is running on port 80. Take note, port 80 is an HTTP port. So we are going to go to Google and then we are going to type HTTP since it is running on port 80, which is an HTTP port that is used for web browsing, which is an insecure port. So when I type HTTP, I am going to put colon and then I put the IP address of Kali Linux, which is 192.168.40.129, and then I hit enter. When I hit enter, guys, look at what is happening here. We have been presented with a Google account template. So, which is asking us for our usernames and our password. Guys, immediately you put your username and your password here, the attacker or the malicious actor is going to harvest those or that information immediately. Let's say that you are, for example, Peter, excuse me, for example, Peter at gmail.com, and that your password is, let me just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And then I take sign in. Look at this, is crazy. This is our password here. Okay, so now what has happened is that you have just put your email and your password, but now you are wondering that why is it that you have Google in front of you? It has redirected you to the real Google. The other one was a fake one. So if you are looking for any information on Google here, you can type and you can continue. But guys, behind the scenes, something important or something terrible, if we may call it that way, for the malicious actors has happened. What has happened? Let us go to Kali Linux and see. Look at it, guys. Possible username field found. Email peter@gmail.com. Password 12345 and that. So these are your credentials that have been harvested by an attacker from the comfort of his home using the SET Toolkit on Kali Linux. So what can we do to mitigate such attacks? Now, as a security advisor, what are you going to be telling the public, or what are you going to be telling your organization? You are going to be telling your organization that it should create an awareness training maybe every month or every 2 months, making sure that it educates its employees or her employees on the dangers of phishing attacks, or on the dangers of social engineering. You are going to be explaining to them not to click on links they are not sure of. You are going to be explaining to them and proving the concept of how an attacker can be able to harvest an email as well as the password of an organization. Imagine that this was the CEO of maybe MTN Cameroon, and his password here. It means that every other information in that organization might be put into jeopardy because of this. One more tip to take home is that those templates, we should always make sure we verify if the templates are the real ones before we input our usernames or our emails and our password. Stay safe, stay blessed. Make sure you like, comment, and share, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. And make sure you put this into practice. Don't be that person that is going to put your organization into jeopardy. Thank you and have a wonderful time.